Final of the Newcastle Rugby League as Cessnock take on Maitland Pickers. Let's see the go-inners running out onto the field. Paul Arundel in commentary, and alongside me we've got Adam Martin. Good afternoon, Adam.
Yeah, welcome. It's going to be a pretty decent day here at Maitland Sports Ground after a lot of earlier rain, and the sun's trying to come out. On it should be a good day for football.
A couple of patches of blue sky breaking through, and still a reasonable crowd in, considering the weather we've had around Newcastle and the coast for the last 48 hours. But we're in for a good footy game. See the Maitland Pickers coming out onto the field. We'll go through the visitors. At fullback got Harry O'Brien. On the wings they have Joe Woodbury and Seaton Reid. The centres are Josh Charles and Brendan Williams. The halves are Scott Briggs and Connor Kirkwood. The forwards are Sam Athwal and Brendan Halad, and the hooker is Nick Lawrence, and the back rowers are Reid Hugo and Paul Carter. Blake Andrews is the lock forward. On the bench you have Steve Waitford, Asai Cooper Tedavano and Alex Momona and Corey Barber. That's the Cessnock go-inners.
Yeah, I've got the Maitland team here. The fullback Greg Morris. On the wings, Isaac Upton and Reeve Howard. The centres, Matt Orwood and Marco Delapina. 5'8", Fraser Price. The halfback, Tyler Perrin. Front row, Jaden Butterfield. Hooker is Hayden Granger in the 14 jersey. Brendan Horwood appears to be starting the front row in the 11. Tyler Carter, second row in the 16. The 12, Callum Burgess. 13, Sam Anderson. On the bench, the 8, Peter Cronin. 17, Scott Williams. 15, Ben Island. And the 9, Jared Smith, who appears to be starting.
Yeah, the referee's Louis Matheson. We're almost about to get underway. And we're underway in the elimination final for the Newcastle Rugby League. It's a shallow start, and Cessnock did well to pick up the ball there. Got a strong breeze there out on the field. You can see those banners in the background in the breeze. 3 in the tackle there for the Pickers. On the far side of the ground, as Corey Barber goes for a run, just up to the 40. Halad, is this his final game? He's had about 3 retirements, hasn't he?
John Farnham style.
So it goes to Briggs, he puts this one high. It's a tester here for Morris. He does well. A bit unfortunate there for Reid Hugo. Just clipped Gregory Morris there, but the Pickers get a penalty and piggyback out of their own territory. So the Pickers not quite making it to halfway, as you saw from that kick. The breeze is very strong, and they're running into it here. So they go out to the left-hand side, and Butterfield with a run, just up to halfway now. Jared Smith in a dummy half. Brenton Horwood bust one tackle there, and it's eventually brought down inside the 40. Butterfield again with another charge. It's a big contact. The ball's come loose, and the referee's called a knock on. Waitford making the first contact there.
Definitely very solid contact there by Steve Waitford, and great run by Jaden Butterfield met there, and obviously Cessnock getting the result.
Steve Waitford, he spent a bit of time here at the Pickers a few years back.
Yeah, he came here first, and then I believe he went from here up to Denman. I believe he was at for a while there, captain coach of Denman, and back to Cessnock, and so he was here as a fullback / 5'8", and obviously finds himself at the hooker now.
Josh Charles, first hit up from the scrum. Waitford there in dummy half. Held the pass up, and Delapena just picked her lad out. So they come down this short side. And that's Seaton Reid. Driven back in the tackle. It's good stuff from the Pickers. And the referee says no, come back and play it on the 40. Harry O'Brien now goes for a little run, gets away from Howard, but he comes again and wraps him up on halfway. Head back in towards centre field with Barber. Flicks it out the back to Halad. Halad now just runs across field, almost gets through. Butterfield's there to clean him up. And a penalty now to the go-inners. So Scott Briggs with the ball in the hand. Playing for that far side. Not a bad kick, landing on the 20. So first opportunity coming for the go-inners here. It's Carter with the hit up. Wakefoot in a dummy half again. Briggs with it, dummies one, shows it out, pops it out the back to Kirkwood. Connor Kirkwood with a new hairstyle this week. Wakefoot, dummy half again. Halad heading centre field, still pushing 5 metres out from the try line. To the right hand side they go. Briggs, inside ball here to Carter. Carter throws one across to Hugo. He's put it down. A disappointing end of that set.
Yeah, probably the start we did expect a bit of wet weather, as we said, and a bit of drizzle on the ball. Both teams just looking to force it, and I think Cessnock just lacked the ability there. Well, not so much the ability, they didn't set their structured set up really. They're a bit left to right, and that's what cost them in the end. Apparently get a chance to work it out from their own end now from the scrum feed.
So Perrin feeds the scrum. Delapena will play it just on the 10. Butterfield, his third carry of the match. Not even 5 minutes gone. It's Brendan Horwood now. 3 pickers, and 3 go-inners I should say, involved in the tackle. Number 12, Callum Burgess. Forward now, another charge. Hugo's there to greet him. Last tackle for the Pickers. Kick from Perrin. Joe Woodbury's there waiting for it. There's a line of black and white jerseys. Meet Joe Woodbury. Harry O'Brien waits for it at dummy half. And a run here from Brendan Williams. Corey Barber again, up over halfway. Going to the right side. Blake Andrews. Up to the 30, the go-inners. Brendan Halad now. Runs straight into Williams. Last tackle. Numbers both sides. They come out to the left-hand side through Kirkwood. He puts it on the toe. Howard's back there. He hopes it goes dead, and it does. So we come out to the 20 for a restart. How are you going back there, Adam? Can you see, mate? We're very jammed in here.
Yeah, very generous. So the crowd started to pour in as well. So got a few fans here behind me, and obviously with the rainy conditions as well means a few people can't be in the hill, so they're jammed in the grandstand and about 4 deep behind.
It's Allwood, Matthew Allwood. Come down the short side through Anderson. Good tackle down low from Waitford. Anderson wanted to go on with it, so referee said no, go back and play it. Butterfield again with another run. Up over halfway, just the Piggers. So he goes back to Perrin for the kick. O'Brien, one bounce straight into the ribs. It's greeted there from Fraser Price. Also Callum Burgess making the tackle. Joe Woodbury comes off his wing now for a run. Carter now flicks it out the back to nobody. Luckily Andrews was there to clean it up. Briggs in at dummy half. Goes for a kick. No winger. Morris has got a bit of ground to cover. A brilliant kick from Scotty Briggs. Wasn't sure where the winger was on that play, but well done to Scott Briggs for picking that situation out.
Yeah, caught him out on tackle forward. Just a little sneaky one from the ruck there, and great kick, and gives Cessnock a really good opportunity here as they take the tap from about the 13-metre line. See, I told you this was in the 13 metres. Sending him back a little bit there. Try to sneak a few metres.
Now we're underway. Barber with another charge. We'll be up 5 metres out from the Pickers try line. Here's Briggs again. Linking up with O'Brien. He gets away from one. He's dangerous. He's just brought down 3 metres short. Here's Brendan Halad. Not sure if he was supposed to get the ball. It doesn't matter. He's gotten over for a try. That was pretty easy for the go-inners. Brendan Halad opens the scoring 4-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, great solo effort there by Brendan. Opened up in front of him and backed himself to go over. And as I said, could be his last game day if he keeps playing like that. I'm sure he'll guide his team to a victory.
So, for a moment there, I thought the play had broken down. And, well, it doesn't really matter. Cessnock are on the board first. Just under 10 minutes gone here in this elimination final. Big rivals, the Cessnock go-inners and the Maitland Pickers. And it's the visitors that will lead here early.
Yeah, it's a big rivals 2010 grand final rematch here, and it seems like obviously 9 years ago. It feels like a lifetime ago now, but
I was just trying to think what I was doing in 2010.
I remember I was there. I was back in obviously my Maitland days and born and raised in Maitland, obviously out at Curry now, but yeah, it was a great day and a very long time making there for Maitland, and so it's probably the last time these two teams played each other in the finals as well, if I'm corrected.
So a pretty simple conversion coming up here for Scott Briggs. Strikes it nicely. So 6-0, Cessnock go-inners over the Maitland Pickers here, the Newcastle Rugby League Elimination Final here on Bar TV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage, and even so, if you got one of the doubles that are floating around. So Gregory Morris with a restart. It's a high, shallow start. Taken well by Seaton Reid. Ball's come loose. The referee's called a knock on.
Yeah, definitely not what they wanted there, Cessnock, and you always try to main focus after scoring points is to get a completed set, as it appears like there's a bit of rain coming in, if I can hear correctly, but I can't see it, but I can hear it. Yep, starting to come down now, but gives Maitland a great opportunity to hit back.
Yeah, the sun is out and there's rain about. So scrum packs. So the referee must have called a strip there, so Cessnock had the feed. Josh Charles goes for a run. His first year in the black and gold of Cessnock go-inners. Spent a few years at Lakes United. Corey Barber, and another penalty here to the go-inners. You hear that wind through the effects mic.
It's like we're in Melbourne today, 4 seasons in one day.
I can see that you've got the shoes on today as well.
Yeah, no doubt so. I learnt my lesson, and well, I didn't really, because I wore thongs last week. I regretted that, but yeah, gone with the shoes today, and pretty easy one.
So Reid Hugo runs straight at Tyler Perrin. He wins that battle with the help of a couple of Pickers teammates. Blake Andrews, good solid hit there, forward underneath. Smith over the top. Wakeford goes for a little run, linking up with Briggs. Briggs runs across field and just missed the pass there. Brendan Williams goes into the hands of Isaac Upton. We'll have another scrum.
As I said earlier, Cessnock is testing it a little bit too much, looking to spread that ball from left to right a bit, trying to find that middle, and they had a bit of success there, obviously, with the forwards too, and these kind of conditions, it really is a forwards game.
Yeah, the ground's held up extremely well. This is the 5th game that's been played on Maitland Sports Ground today. There'll be another 5 tomorrow for the qualifying final between South Newcastle and Central.
They're calling it Magic Weekend at Maitland now. That's what they're starting to call it with the 2 games here now.
Here's Anderson, the carry. Up to the 20 metre. Come down the short side again. Zorwood with a carry. Jaden Butterfield runs straight into Andrews. Helping out was Barber. Carry here from Ben Island. There's 45 out from their own try line. Goes back to Perrin for the kick. It's gone straight up. This could go backwards. And Morris is underneath it. And the referee's picked him for offside.
A good AFL catch there by Greg Morris, but unfortunately the referee's got him for offside, and I think Tyler Perrin would like that one again. A bit of pressure on him and put a little bit too high, and the wind's lucky he didn't take it backwards, to be fair.
So the penalty just short of halfway here, and with the wind behind Briggs, I thought he might have aimed a bit further downfield, but he's only got it to the 40, so safety first. As Reed Hugo has a little bobble. Anderson there to wrap him up with the help of Jared Smith. Halad, centre field, 28 out from the biggest try line. Looking for try number 2 this afternoon as Briggs has a bit of a show and go. He's brought down on the 20. Corey Barber. He just straightens things up. That's 4 tackles gone now for the go-inners. Waitford at dummy half. Inside ball here to Andrews. The defence is there this time. He's a metre out from the try line. Last tackle now for the go-inners. Briggs with it. Puts it on the toe. There's numbers there. It's been cleaned up here, and there's a half a break here for the Pickers. Quick hands here. Linking up is Perrin. Perrin does a dummy. He's gone through. Now listener support. He's got Howard with him. Seaton Reid bumps it off. Howard's still going. Eventually he's brought down on the 40. Another one of those moments I felt like I was calling a race. Now Fraser Price sees an opening. He goes straight through Fraser Price, but the ball just comes out of his hands.
Yeah, a little bit of something from nothing from Maitland to get the break, and he was disappointed with himself, Fraser Price. It kind of opened up for him to go back through again, but probably Maitland's first real big chance of the game.
So a couple of half chances for both sides now. We're almost midway through this first half, and I think this might be the first time this year that Newcastle Rugby League's actually played in wet weather. Been blessed this year.
I was saying that before. We haven't had one wet weather washout this week. I know South and Central obviously had a couple, but it's been pretty good conditions up in the Valley Way.
Charles again with a run, picking out Tyler Perrin. Every time Tyler Perrin's managed to hang on to his man. There's a penalty. The usual commentator's curse, you give somebody a rap and they get penalised. Sam Anderson just coming out asking the question to the ref. So again, the touch finder right on the 40. Kirkwood gets us back underway. Hugo will be tackled. 35 out from the Pickers try line. 6-0, the go-inners lead early, and this man, Brendan Halad, he scored the first try. The ball's come loose. Della Penna with it now. Got a bit of space, but there's plenty of black and gold jerseys there. He bumps away from one. Andrews comes again, wraps him up.
And for a crusher here, I believe. Definitely looked like one, yep. There's the call by Louis Matheson as Marco stays down.
And good spotting. And
he's going to find himself on record here as well by the look of it.
Matheson calls time off. Hopefully Della Penna's okay. Blake Andrews is the man that's going to be called out. And yep, he's been put on report. So the good news is Della Penna's back on his feet. Price will find touch. Far side, just inside the go-inners territory. Delapena will get us underway. So we go through the hands of Smith, looking up here with Burgess. Come down this short corridor, Sam Anderson. .35 out from the go-inners try line here. The Pickers as Burgess goes for another run. Barber's there to greet him, along with Andrews. At the left-hand side through Price. Price looking for a runner. Dancing around. Gets away from Carter. Then comes back around. Eventually he's been picked off by Woodbury. And also Scotty Briggs in the tackle. Down the short side goes Smith. Does a dummy and comes back the other way. Last one now for the Pickers.
Come across the right-hand side here, Maitland. Some good shape. They've gone left as I say that.
Short side again. That could have been kicked at. It was. And 6 to go for the Pickers. Full set now. It's Butterfield now. Goes for a run. Gets inside the 10. Still pumping. Brought down 2 metres out from the try line.
Maitland still set to the right.
Here's Brenton Horwood now. And Hugo did well to lock the ball up. He's still going though, Horwood. Played again, 2 minutes. Sloppy play the ball there. Crucial mistakes here.
Yeah, Maitland definitely their own worst enemy at the moment. As I said, they had that good shape set to the right the whole time. They just needed to quick play the ball, and it looked like that Anderson was going to go through untouched, but Cessnock wrestle, and then Maitland kept trying to drive, and they give the error. So Cessnock now got to do the hard yards to work it out.
And they'll take their time with this scrum. The rain has stopped for the moment. We're back underway. Williams now. Greeted there by 4 Pickers, including Tyler Carter, who's just come on the field in jersey 16. So the go-inners down the short side through Joe Woodbury. Go down that short corridor again. Harry O'Brien this time. Good little run there, up over the 40. And that ball's just gone to nobody. Luckily, Kirkwood was back there. And last tackle now for the go-inners. Scott Briggs now puts this one high in the air. It's another tester for Morris. Again, he does well. Morris now runs across to Reed, looking for support. He gets through Gregory Morris. Good run. He'll play it just short of halfway. They come down the short side through Upton, who's come from his other wing. He's been picked off by Josh Charles, so Upton might go back to his other side. He won't do that again.
Yeah, wing to wing. I wouldn't be running that centre again, that's for sure.
Sam Anderson now with a little drive. Jaden Butterfield up to the 30. Going to the left. Fraser Price, inside ball to Horwood. This is the last one for the Pickers. Going down the short side, the left. Price does a dummy. Fraser Price, and Briggs just got enough on him, and that's the handover. So
it's not player out. I think it's Kirkwood down injured on this right hand side.
Yeah, just off screen. The halfback's gone down. As that happens, all the bench players are warming up for the go-inners. Just over 20 minutes gone and another stoppage.
Once again, deja vu.
Yeah. No rock concerts to be to.
I don't mind this one. It's 5 minutes from home, so
just might have a cold dinner by the time.
Nothing a bit of dirty bird on the way home can't fix up, that's for sure.
I've got to stay away from that stuff now, so no good for the belly. So Kirkwood's back on his feet, which is good news, and looks like we're almost ready to get back underway. systems go again. As Williams comes in for a carry and doesn't get too far. Scott Briggs had no runners there. Now he pops out the back to Halad. Seemed a bit unorganised there, the Goannas. So Brian in at dummy half, and Hugo is picked up and driven into the turf.
Starting to get a bit of niggling in this game. A few pushing shoves in background as at the back end of this half.
Briggs gets another kick in early, and good take from Isaac Upton. Upton with a triple goose step there. Picked out by Brendan Williams. As Reeve Howard comes in for a little run. Jaden Butterfield been busy throughout this first half. So Smith, a couple of dummies, linking up with Perrin, goes out the back to Morris. Morris, good tackle there from Seaton Reid. Had to be made.
It is their danger player, Maitland. Greg Morris looks like anything our create's going to come from him.
Interesting there. Gregory Morris and Seaton Reid come together. Stray boot, possibly. Semi-finals, you don't want to do anything silly as Fraser Price puts it on the tail. It's a difficult one for Woodbury, but he does well. Delapena's there to wrap him up. So the Goannas again, bringing this out of their own territory. Paul Carter taken down on the 20. Blake Andrews. Regis and Butterfield there to wrap him up. Brendan Halad now. 24 gone. Corey Barber's come off for a spell, and Sam Apthorpe has come on the field. As Briggs puts this high again, it's wobbling up there in the air. Upton does well. Does that little goose step again and trips over.
Stepped himself that time.
We'll put that down as a tackle for Upton for the Goannas. Howard now. Anderson. Charles was out of the line quickly. He bumped away from him and then somehow picked him up, threw him on the turf. The referee didn't like it.
Yeah, unlucky with that one. Josh Charles just looked like he was going for the strong tackle and unfortunately got a bit of height on him, but he's really leading his team physically here from this centre position.
So Jaden Butterfield's come off for a rest, and Peter Cronin, the Maltese international, coming onto the field.
Maybe that's why Isaac Upton stepped over himself before. He might have seen Josh Charles coming for him again.
Quite possible. So they go through the hands, and Horwood's picked up and driven back into the turf, and it's going to bring another penalty.
I get the chat here, Cessnock, by the look of it as well, for repeated dangerous infringements. Some long complicated word like that.
Good stuff here from the referee, just calming things down between the two sides. They're getting a bit heated. So. And he's also put, was it Scott Briggs he put on report there? I actually didn't think it was him that made the tackle. I thought he was just the second man hit, but anyway.
I don't know who it was, but he's put either him or Stevie Waitford on report, and Scott Briggs might have come out as captain, but one or the other. But that's two on report for Cessnock, and obviously if they are to go on with this game, it's not going to be good for them this week at the judiciary.
So Horwood's coming from the field. Actually a head injury. Ben Ireland's got the cross in the hand for the replacement there, so
free interchange on report. So yeah,
oh, yeah,
exactly what I want with your front row. We're 25 minutes into the game.
So could this be a crucial penalty here? Back underway. Burgess in charge there, just short of the 20. Set deep to the right hand side. Smith out the back, it goes to Perrin. Perrin now, inside ball to Allwood, and Morris is in the middle, does a couple of quick steps around Gregory Morris, still going, throws the ball, almost an intercept from Joe Woodbury, and we've still got play on here through Upton now. And Upton's wrapped up from Blake Andrews. Woodbury.
Wasn't that a good
almost
phase of play?
Now the big 8, Peter Cronin. Centre field, 8 metres out from the go-inners try line. They're set deep again here to the right-hand side. Smith does a little dummy, goes to Perrin. Linking up here with Morris. Morris, he put the brakes on there. He's wrapped up just inside the 10. Here's Anderson again, and straight into Andrews. Andrews wrapped up 5 from the try line. Perrin now with the ball, does a little dummy, Allwood overran it. Smith down the short side, Allwood now. Good tackle that from the go-inners.
Find the in-goal here, Maitland, try and build some pressure.
Smith goes himself from dummy half. It's stopped in his tracks. So good defence there from the go-inners. They were tested a few times. Apthorpe now on the run. Paul Carter. Just over the 10, 2 tackles gone. O'Brien from dummy half. Come this short corridor through Seaton Reid. A few movie star names in both teams. Seaton Reid, Reeve Howard. They sound like movie star names to you?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, definitely.
Fraser Price is another one. He sounds like a lawyer, actually.
He does, definitely.
Goes back to Briggs. Good handling there from Scott Briggs. He was hit rather late. Morris allows it to bounce. It's going to go dead in goal. So come back out to the 20 and back on halfway. There's a bit of a scuffle between Briggs and it's like Josh Charles, actually.
Yeah, Cessnock very unhappy there with the contact on Briggs after he got that one away. And I think Briggs himself getting to calm it down, knows they were very committed to that. And William Matheson obviously had a great view of it as well. We have a Maitland at 20 metre tap here and a 7 tackle set.
So Reeve Howard gets us back underway. Andrews again there. He's always one of the first ones to meet and greet the Pickers attack. Just 4 go-inners in that tackle. The referee says he's just gone off the mark. Ben Island will eventually play it. Come down the short side, Allwood. Sam Anderson now. They carry, good run. Just short of halfway, or pretty much right on halfway, as he'll get up and play the ball. They go to the left-hand side again. Price, that one's floated forward. Being picked up there by Della Penna, and just a little touch, so 6 to go here for the Pickers.
Yeah, got a bit of luck there. Maitland, that was definitely going forward before the touch, and find himself with 6 again with a Cessnock player going for the intercept.
I don't know how it went forward. There's a strong wind out there.
It's probably going to float back. We're going to go forward, then float back.
Ben Island taken well there from Waitford. Around the rib cage. Smith throws it to Cronin. Cronin gets him up to the 10 metre line.
Set it forward, Maitland definitely got to come right here. Definitely got to have gone left again.
Goes out the back to Price again. He puts it on the toe and Woodbury's there, but a penalty here to the go-inners. Bit of a collision there as the runner just bumping into the Cessnock defence. And, good touch finder. Upton almost got a hand to it, battled it back in, but unlucky. Carter again, up to the 40. Apthorpe straight into Jared Smith. Blake Andrews picked out by Butterfield, and Cronin also in there. Put down on his back. 25 out from the biggest try line. They go to the right-hand side through Briggs. Out the back it goes to O'Brien. Linking up with Williams. Good tackle down low from Delpenna. Well, little fumble there from Carter. Looks like Alex Mamone on the field. Don't quite pick up that 16, it is. There's an inside kick there from Briggs. It's dangerous here for Morris. And he did well, Gregory Morris, to clean that up. Awkward one back in to the post. Good kick from Scott Briggs.
Yeah, he did well to cover that one in the end there, Greg Morris. They had him going the wrong way with the kick predominantly going the right-hand side, but the kick back into the post, he did well to get it, as obviously Harry O'Brien lurked there trying to get to the ball. And Cessnock definitely playing the smarter football of the two teams. And as I said earlier, it's about not who's probably going to be the best football team, but it's who's going to be the smarter one in these conditions.
So Morris with the restart. Almost up to the 40. Alex Mamone picked out. Good shot there. It's brought a penalty. Peter Cronin, the man, charged. Just a bit of a high shot.
Yeah, he definitely fouled him there. I think a bit unlucky with falling, but high contact. And I'll be very surprised if Cessnock didn't take the 2 here and look for an 8-point lead.
Right there, they'll take the kick at goal. Just looking around the ground, it looks like a bit more rain's on the way. And this is a strong breeze, Adam. Do you think it's an advantage running with the wind?
Yeah, you definitely think it would be in this circumstance, but as we said, the wind's been changing all day. It's been changing direction back and forward and stuff, so yeah, 8-point lead certainly is going to favour Cessnock going in the second half, as any lead would, but I don't think they've actually used that win besides the 40-20, their advantage besides now. It's just been smarter football and better options by Cessnock, and I think Maitland definitely their own worst enemy so far in the first half.
So 30 metres out, Scott Briggs. Almost in centre field, but a bit more difficult than the first attempt at goal. Strikes it nicely, straight between the sticks, so it's 8-0. Cessnock over Maitland here in the elimination final of the Newcastle Rugby League here on Bar TV Sports. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. We'll be back here tomorrow at Maitland Sports Ground for the qualifying final between South Newcastle and Central Newcastle. Butcher boys and the Lions. Price will get us underway again with this restart. Another high, shallow restart. Morris is coming through, and not sure what happened there, but Woodbury's cleaned it up and almost gone into touch. There's an impressive dive from Brendan Williams. Andrews now with a run, and Anderson was out on the line quick to wrap him up. Come towards this grandstand side through Apthorpe. Butterfield's there to monstering. Wrapped up on the halfway line. Josh Charles now coming in for a run. It's a good run too. Still driving.
Very great leg drive there, great leg drive.
So strong. Last tackle now, Briggs just stabs this down towards Isaac Upton and went to trap it with a boot. Now he's under a bit of pressure here to get out. He won't. So a great finish to that set for the go-getters. And another one coming up.
I was wondering why he didn't go the air there, Briggs. Obviously that wind circling around, that would have been hard to catch, and ended up being a good little kick in, and Isaac Upton making the mistake, and once again Cessnock get a chance to go further ahead. You're puzzled by this weather, aren't you? You're not sure what it's going to do.
I'm just trying to work out what's going on here. It's up and going. And now O'Brien with the ball in the hand. 20 metres out and just taken high. So another invitation here. They go for the 2 points again.
Signals come from the bench to go for the 2 here for Cessnock, and I don't know if they're going to listen, but yeah, it looks like Briggs is going to listen. They'll take the 2 to go 10-0 ahead.
So we're inside the final 5, and they will go for an attempt at penalty to extend their lead to 10.
So about a bit of clock management there, as we said. It's pretty tough conditions, and Cessnock obviously with the bigger forward pack out there and getting through a lot of work, so they can chew a minute and a half up here, take a 10-0 lead even into half time. And so, yeah, so there's still 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go, so they will get to a kick-off and another chance to put more points on Cessnock.
Briggs strikes it nicely.
Take that back. He didn't take any time off the clock really there, did he?
Well, 3 from 3 for Scott Briggs today. 10-0 lead for the Goannas. Maitland have a job to do. So Morris gets us underway. This time his restart goes a bit deeper. Mamone takes the first carry. Play it just inside the 20. As Nick Lawrence is on the field. Starting on the bench today, the number 9. Sam Apthorpe also, jersey 8, started on the bench. These sides have met twice this year, both going the Pickers' way, believe it or not. 28-12 in round 9 and round 1 22-18 as Carter now dancing across field. Flicked out the back from Williams, but the referee says it's gone forward.
It gives Maitland a good chance here. I said they really haven't had that many chances even when they've been down their end. They just look for that left and right, and Cessnock's thigh defence has forced them into an error. They've got a good chance. They do need to put some points on for half time, you would think.
So the Pickers are packed, ready to go. There's Cessnock just taking their time. And we're underway. Perrin out the back, it goes to Morris. Steps back inside, but he's wrapped up by Kirkwood and Charles. Butterfield and straight into Lawrence and Apthorpe. Come down the short corridor. Smith just takes the tackle. Minute 30 remaining till half time. Anderson brought down, 25 out. They're short on the left hand side. They're going that way through Price. Looking up here with number 16, Tyler Carter. Just lost it for a moment, and now he's lost the ball too. And Harry O'Brien's cleaned it up. Went straight into Jared Smith.
Just can't seem to complete a set when they go down here, Maitland, or get any kind of result, whether that be a try or a repeat set. And Cessnock's defence is frustrating a little bit out there.
Cronin tried to put a shot on Reed Hugo, and he come back with what could have been a cannonball. Here's Carter, wrapped up by Price. Inside the final minute. Looks like the Cessnock bench have had enough. They're putting on their jackets, making their way to the shed as Woodbury now makes a half break down the sideline. It's been picked up by Morris. Thought he was half a chance of getting through the line there, but it's been held on the 40. Reeve Howard, Allwood dancing around, flicks it out the back to Upton. Upton's a bit dangerous in this situation, not on this occasion. So this could be the last play here before half time. It is. Carter will just take the tackle, and that is the first 40 minutes up, and it's the Cessnock Goannas leading the Maitland Pickers 10 points to 0. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second half. Welcome back to Maitland Sports Ground. And the go-inners first out onto the paddock again. Both sides enjoying the break, getting out of the elements, and us too. Paul Arundel and Adam Martin also enjoyed the break. It's been a long day for you.
Yeah, I think I got here about 8:15, so had a pretty sleepless night as usual. Woke up about 6 o'clock and here I am still going on. I've just been told I've got to go to Head and Greeter after. So
awesome. Continues on, as will the finals of the Newcastle Rugby League tomorrow. Back here again, South v Central. And at the moment, as the go-inners in front 10-0. And we're underway with the second half. Another good take that from Reeve Howard. You can see that win, how strong it is for the restart. Going for the deep kick. Ben Island makes a carry there for the Piggers, so 10-0. It's a big task for the Piggers, but you're a coach. What would you say to the troops at half-time if you're in charge of the Piggers?
Just a bit of composure for me. I said they've had their chances in their end, but a little bit too sideways and just not building that pressure. And it's the kind of conditions today and the kind of slug they knew they'd be in, where they've got to try and build that pressure as Tyler Perrin goes and finds the Cessnock fullback O'Brien on the full there. And so that's all they've got to do, mate. When they've had their chances, build that pressure and hope those opportunities come. And so they've got the wind at their back this half, so still anyone's game.
So we'll see what the Piggers have got. Go-inners bring us out of their own territory. Williams will play it. Lawrence at dummy half and Apthorpe stays on. Slow play the ball. Take their time to get to their feet. Bumps away from one Mamone. They come again and wrap him up. Down the short corridor they go with Carter. Draws a man, linking up with Williams, and here's Rodri in a bit of space. Protect the tackle has been missed, and Walker's going to score. So the go-inners go further in front, 14-0, and the boys love it in the corner.
Yeah, he's done an exceptional job there. Woodbury to stay in touch and very tight down the short side with the covering the fence, and looks like he has stayed in. Obviously, Louis Matheson's awarded the try there, and Cessnock further extend their lead to 14-0.
Yeah, I thought De La Pena had him here. Just a bit slippery, Woodbury, and just gets over in the corner. So interesting, Adam. I know I talk about Curry of the forwards lookalikes, but the two centres for Maitland have got the same hairstyle happening as well.
Yeah, for sure. Wood and De La Pena, 100%. And so they were actually playing second row and centre when I was here a couple of weeks back watching the game, and it was very confusing. You couldn't tell them apart. But so yeah, and going back to that try, we've got to give a bit of an effort to the ball there from Paul Carter. Great cutout pass, great wrist. Saw the Maitland fullback, winger Isaac Upton had dropped back and said Cessnock take that risk in the start of the second half to extend their lead.
So not the start the Piggers wanted for this second half. Scott Briggs puts the ball on the tee, metre in from touch. So the job just got more difficult for the Piggers. Strikes it nicely. It's coming around, but it's not coming around enough. Too much, in fact, I should say. So the score remains 14-0. So Morris with a restart. Drives this down deep. One bounce. And Mamona runs again, and coming out of the line quickly was Cronin. They'll play this 15 out from their own try line, the go-inners. Seaton Reid comes straight into the shoulder of Butterfield. Legal. At 4. Anderson there to Greedy. 4 pickers, in fact, involved in that tackle. And Sam Apthorpe just a bit slow to get to his feet. Come down this short corridor again. Brings inside ball to Carter. And the referee's seen a little knock on from Paul Carter.
One-on-one steal here. And a knock on by Maitland, I believe. Louis Matheson's ruled. Tyler Carter stripping the ball, then knocking it on. So the Cessnock feed. We'll get to start our set from the 40.
That's good. That's good spotting. I mean, I'm up here in the grandstand. I just thought, oh, he's called a knock on, but he's seen the strip and the knock on. Like, you've got to look for 1,000 things to refs, and he's done a good job today, Louis Matheson. I'll probably just jinx the poor bugger now.
There's enough of them out there today. They've obviously got the in-goal touch judge as a bit of an add-on as well. So 5 officials out there making the decisions, and probably another 26 blokes with opinions.
So Apthorpe again with a run up to the halfway. He seems to recover from that early bump. Nick Lawrence in a dummy half. Reed Hugo bumps off. Not sure who that's. Tyler Perrin, he bumped him off. Here's Josh Charles. Solid contact there. Still going, Josh Charles. He runs straight into Price. It's a very good run from the centre. Still going. He wants to continue. A play on as Lawrence has got the ball in his hand now. Lawrence just looking for support. He's brought down 5 out. Waitford in at dummy half. Here's Scott Briggs again. Inside ball to Apthorpe. 3 metres out from the try line. Last one for the go-inners. Briggs, he's got some runners. Has been picked out well there. Tyler Carter. He may have saved 4 points there.
Yeah, he couldn't quite reach that one. Tyler to run away with it, but definitely saved his team a try. And once again, Cessnock, as we spoke about before, they're building that pressure. It's what they've done so well today, and really is what Maitland have lacked, and they'll get another chance here to control the game.
So Morris with the restart. Couple of bounces straight into Briggs. Alex Mamone again with the first carry. Brought down just short of the 30. Apthorpe. Smith in the tackle. Also Ben Ireland. Coming up to the screen, stand side through Briggs, looking for a runner. He finds Carter and throws it straight into Isaac Upton. A foot race now of Upton and O'Brien. And O'Brien wins the little battle there. He may hang on a bit too long.
He could go to the bin here. Should the guys bring him in? No. He's ruled they were set. Wouldn't want to have Isaac Upton in the doubles there, would you? He thought he was away, and I'd hate to be the bloke that had him with his in his pocket.
Well, you bought half the tickets, didn't you? So on halfway, as the rain comes back here to Maitland Sports Ground, Stelapina takes it up to the 40. Butterfield and straight into Lawrence. .35 out from the line. Ben Ireland. Hayden Granger, he's just come on the field in jersey 14. Fraser Price now, looking for a runner. Finds Delapina. Delapina straightens up.
Now got away with a bit of obstruction there, Maitland, but they'll take that luck.
Hayden Granger now out of dummy half, linking up with Perrin. Perrin looking for a runner, but he's been picked out. I think that was Kirkwood, his opposite number, making the tackle. Granger out of dummy half.
I think he realised it's last there, Granger.
Oh, disappointing for the Piggers. Poor old Luke Dawn be pulling his hair out with that one.
Yeah, Hayden Granger come on there. He's his first set on in the attack there, and he's certainly given a bit of a spark out of dummy half. Could be a change there was all would come up with some big contact there.
14-0 down the Piggers. They realise they need to come up with something now. Big defensive set needed here as a pressure pass out the back. Luckily, O'Brien was there to clean it up. 3 tackles gone. They're not up to the 20 yet, the go-inners. Woodbury now. And he breaks that on occasion. Quick play the ball. Lawrence out of dummy half. Finds Charles, steps around one, bumps away on another. And he's brought down on the 40. Cessnock supporters appealing for a penalty. That's gone straight into the back of Granger. Still the last. So a bit of luck there for the Piggers.
Yeah, definitely not play that. Turn his back there. Good call there by Louis. And St Maitland, once again, they'll get a good chance to start the set, and they really do need to try and find some points here.
Hayden Granger, he's got the head taped. He wants to get a bit more padding or something on that head. He copped that right in the back of the scone.
Oh, he can't damage it anymore, I don't think.
That's Butterfield. Goes for another run. It's the crowd, they're starting to liven up here in the grandstand. That ball's gone to nobody and dropped by Peter Cronin. They're surrounded by Goanna supporters here on this side of the grandstand, and they loved every minute of that.
Yeah, it's a combination. So on the left-hand side, we've got Maitland. On the right-hand side, we've got the Cessnock Curry connection. So Curry obviously playing in reserve grade earlier, and you wouldn't know who they'd support, to be honest, Cessnock or Maitland. Probably just here for a good game of football and cheer and everything.
So referee's just called time off. We've just got half an hour of play remaining.
Here comes the rains again.
So the scramble pack on the 30. So yeah, that rain is coming down quite strong at the moment.
Peter Cronin here coming for HIA, placed by Brenton Horwood. Doesn't look the happiest about it either, Cronin.
So Cronin goes up the tunnel, Horwood on the field, and we're back underway. Williams runs straight into Horwood. Horwood himself was taken off in the first half for a HIH. Tackle down on the 40. Horwood thought the ball had come loose there. Blake Andrews now has just stopped in his tracks. Ben Island in the tackle. Here's Apthorpe. Pops it out the back to O'Brien. He just needs a bit of space, but can't find any. The door closes quickly. Tyler Carter's there, wraps him up. Lawrence just slips over there. Last tackle now for the Goannas. Briggs looking to find touch. It's a difficult one here for Upton. He does well. Now just steps around himself and steps around Woodbury as well. But Woodbury comes again and wraps him up.
He loves his goose step out there, and once again he did a bit of a spin and confused himself. Didn't actually know which direction he was facing.
Bumps away from one here. Good run there. Filipina. Carter now with a run. Runs straight into the other Carter. No relation, as far as I know. Here's Anderson. Scott Anderson. Bumps away from a couple, but eventually he's wrapped up from Blake Andrews. Generous applause from the Pickers supporters. Granger out of dummy half, looking to catch O'Brien napping, but looks like it's going to go dead. It does.
Yeah, 7 tackle set, dreaded, especially in these conditions. And see the ground announcer trying to rev the Maitland crowd up there in the background.
Yeah, they didn't seem interested there. So, clock's still ticking. I'll just take their time, chew up a few more seconds for Goannas. Yeah, at the far side, Hugo straight into Allwood. Allwood was trying to pinch that ball. Go down the short side again. Josh Charles, he got away from one, but there to wrap him up, the Pickers. Halad back out on the field. 14-0 the Goannas. Sam Apthorpe now. left-hand side. Briggs stabs this down. Another good take from Reeve Howard. That's 2 today.
He'll be on the next plane to England the way he's going, Reeve Howard.
Well, we need batsmen, not catchers. Dave Warner's doing extremely well.
He might be able to do that. If he can catch in these conditions, he might be able to do that.
So a penalty to the Pickers. Brenton Horwood with the first carry. So there's still 25 minutes remaining in this contest. When do you start to panic?
Well, if I was Luke Dorn, I'd be panicking now because, in fact, his Maitland, they're not playing good enough football. They're not playing smarter conditions. They're not using this huge win they've got to their advantage. And so they really need to get a try early to get a bit of confidence back into themselves.
Granger out of dummy half. Ireland, he's been picked off by Hugo. 20 out the Pickers. Still searching for their first points. Here's Price. Puts it on the toe. The runners are coming through. Upton's there. He's going to win the race. He does. Pickers get their first try through Isaac Upton. 14-4.
And someone next year's got half the double with his dad.
Brilliant stuff. Winners all around here at Maitland Sports Ground. And just what the doctor ordered if you're a Pickers supporter.
Yeah, definitely. Certainly is the try that Maitland need. And I said they come from nothing. A shortage on the left-hand side. And great speed and a great put down there by Isaac Upton.
Yeah, great try. Great camera work too. So who got the double there?
So how we did this, I went down to half time. I had 10 and 13 and Dad had 10 and 2. So we said we'll do a 66-33 split. So I walk away with $50. He walks away with 100. So can't complain with that when there's 2 in it to win it. And I didn't really see Sam Anderson crashing over in this wet weather at the moment, to be honest.
14-4 now. The Pickers are back in it. Is that the spark? Good little kick from Fraser Price. Morris now on the sideline. It's coming around, but coming around too much. So it remains 14-4. Still 24 minutes remaining in this elimination final. The rain is basically coming in sideways here at the moment. So Briggs puts the ball on the tee. As Isaiah Cooper-Tedovano has just come on the field. I think Lawrence has gone up the tunnel. They're back underway. That ball's just landed in no man's land. It could have been an awkward bounce. Did well, Granger, to bat that back. Seen them bounce over the head of the team receiving the ball. So another bit of fortune there for the Pickers. Tyler Carter now. He'll play it on the 30. Butterfield straight into Tedovano. Granger down the short side. Anderson steps back in field, gets through. Anderson just needs support. He's got Granger with him inside, and Granger now, it's just a foot race. Hayden Granger, is he going to get there? Yes, he will. And the Pickers go back to back, 14-8.
Well, has this game all of a sudden changed very quickly? I just said I didn't see Sam Anderson go on the length, and he wasn't going to, but we made an excellent break. And I said the fresh man on, Hayden Granger back on the inside, and all of a sudden it's 14-8 with the kick to come.
Yep, just a little bit of fortune, the Pickers. They've taken just had a bit of problem just here. We just had a bit of problems with our audio. Let's do the best we can, but it doesn't matter. The Pickers coming back, 14-8. Morris now looking to reduce the gap. 4 points. Still plenty of time left in this.
Yeah, for sure. I said Maitland, they've really come from nowhere, haven't they? As the rains come in, so have they. And So we're going to have an interesting finish. You think he can knock this one over and make it 14-10 with 21 minutes remaining? Interesting.
Yeah, hush over Maitland Sports Ground. And Morris adds the extras, so 14 points to 10. So now the go-inners.
How good's this playlist from the ground here at Maitland? The playlist is all over the place. I remember coming here and all it was the boys are back in town over and over again. So certainly updated their playlist in the last 2 years.
So Scotty Briggs will get us back on the way. Back-to-back tries for the Piggers. Not a bad restart. High, taken well. Good carry there from Ben Island. Just up to the 20. It's now Allwood with the carry. Matthew Allwood will play this just short of the 30. Jaden Butterfield now. Briggs underneath, Andrews over the top. The customary call of get them onside comes from the go-inner supporters. They come down the short corridor again. Anderson, he made that break for the try for Granger. He takes it on halfway. Ben Island again. Last tackle now for the Piggers. Price puts this high. It's a spiraling tester here. And Woodbury does well. Delpina wraps him up. He's trying to pinch the ball there. Woodbury take his time playing the ball. 4 points the difference inside the final 20. The Piggers have lifted. So's the crowd. A lad now with a good run. Carter in at dummy half now. Question about the pass. Piggers supporters didn't like it. There's Carter again at dummy half. He's Josh Charles. He'll just charge it. Passes through and he's still going, Josh Charles. A good run. Last tackle now for the go-inners. A sloppy play to ball. It's just brought all their hard work undone. Coach killer.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely turning into that as the clock's gone off on us over here, but it's definitely a tale of two halves so far, isn't it? And Maitland making silly errors in the first half and now Cessnock doing it in the second, and it's really brought Maitland back in this game.
So, scrum pack just short of the 30.
Temporary lost the scoreboard here at Maitland and the clock as well.
I've just noticed that, so it's all happening. As Tyler Carter straightens up. He's taken down. Good little run from dummy half from Granger. Here's 14-10 and there's about 20 minutes remaining. Ben Island takes the tackle just short of halfway. Jaden Butterfield straight into Tedavano, pops the ball to Price, he just throws it to Delapina. Did well to pick it up there, Delapina, and nearly slipped over. Sam Anderson, good tackle from Carter to stop him in his tracks. Last one now for Maitland.
You've got to hit the heavens here, Maitland, you've got to put it up.
Goes to Perrin, and I don't think it was the kick he was hoping for. O'Brien's there.
Hurt himself in that kick as well there, Perrin, by looking. He might have just not connected with it properly.
And also, Gregory Morris, he got checked on the way through. He's up on his feet now, so we'll see what the go-inners have got here. Blake Andrews, he's been busy today for the go-inners. On report too. There's Corey Barber. He slips over. Carter dummies one way, goes the other way. So the defence is there to wrap him up. Last one now for Cessnock. Scotty Briggs stabs this down towards Upton. Does well to pick that up on the bounce there, Isaac Upton. Greasy conditions now. Ball's come loose. The referee's called knocked on. And the going supporters go up again.
Certainly now the Cessnock supporters to the right of us, and yeah, good strong tackle there by Upton, and sorry, on Upton, not by Upton. He can't tackle himself, okay, can goose step himself, but gives Cessnock their first chance in quite a while.
Yeah, greasy conditions out there, and both teams have been guilty of spilling the ball at crucial times. Sure, it won't be the last one this afternoon. Interesting, the scrum packed, and now they're back up again. So we're back underway now. Hugo. 25 out from the try line. Go the short side through Charles. What can he do? This time the defence is there to wrap him up, but he's still wrestling. Almost up to the 10 metres there. Josh Charles, quick play the ball. Carter cuts a pass out. Poor old Seaton Reid couldn't clean it up. Tell you what, if he hung on to that one, could have been over.
That was almost a Herschel Gibbs moment, wasn't it? Line wide open, game to win in front of him, and unfortunately he just couldn't bring that one in to score the try. And Maitland definitely dodged a bullet there, leaving that winger unmarked.
So just to let you know, the clock on your screen at home, it's only a guide. There's 15 minutes remaining. There has been a few stoppages. 14-10. Pickers are coming back. Tyler Carter again from the scrum. And now a penalty here for Maitland. Morris wants to take the quick tap. The referee says no, hang on. So Fraser Price, that's got off the side of the boot. O'Brien's there, he's done brilliantly. Harry O'Brien saves the day. Woodbury's back there to clean it up. How good was that from Harry O'Brien?
That's phenomenal. That is an unbelievable effort there. The one-handed above his head to the right, and brilliant to put the ball back in, and Cessnock reaping rewards.
So Cessnock now with possession. Tedavano. Eventually he gets to his feet. Paul Carter passed it as he got hit there, and Corey Barber was there to take the ball, and now he'll take the tackle. Brendan Halad. Is this his last game? At the moment, no. Going as a 4 in front.
Let's be honest, he'll be back in 2 years' time anyway.
That's a terrible pass from Paul Carter. And Maitland Pickers now invited. Scrum will pack on halfway. Who'd want to be a coach? I mean, it's just looking at both coaches, just pacing up and down on the sideline.
Yeah, my hairline certainly receded a bit after this year, that's for sure, so I can see how they feel.
Carter, Tyler Carter this time. 4 goingers in there to wrap him up. Eventually he plays the ball. Anderson inside ball to Morris. Fences awake to that little play.
I think Maitland need a bit more from Morris. I think he can be their game winner if they are to go on to win this game.
He's lurking around. Burgess. Callum Burgess. 25 out from the try line. Granger. Out the back it goes to Perrin. Flat pass there to Allwood. 15 out from the try line here. Cronin back on the field. Goes centre field. Last tackle now for Maitland. Numbers both sides. Come out to the left. Quick hands here. Carter spinning in the tackle. He's wrestling his way over the line. The ball's come loose. Morris was there to pick it up. Now it's been knocked on. So a let off there for the go-inners. Now the sides come together. A bit of push and shove.
Yeah, a bit more push and shove, and Peter Cronin's around about 30 metres to get involved because he loves it. But I think it's a bit of frustration from Tyler. He's that close to the try line there, and the Cessnock boys did very well to hold him up.
Interesting what the referee would have ruled there if Morris had cleaned that up and went over. Anyway, doesn't matter. Williams is with it now. Now he's spilled it. Picked up by Burgess. The Pickers, full set of 6. 10 out from the try line. Granger in a dummy half. Forward now. A massive set of 6 here for both sides. Here we go again through Burgess. The defence is there to wrap him up. He's inches from the try line. Where's it going? Granger thought about everything here. Cronin just winds up. And again, the defence there snaps him down. Granger now to Price. Price does a dummy. Finds Allwood. Allwood steps back in field. Carter's there to wrap him up. Last tackle now for Maitland. Flat ball here to Anderson. Ball's come out the back. It's been picked up by Morris. It's still the last. Price, a long cut-out pass here for Upton. He goes for the corner. He's gone out. Great defence there.
Yeah, forward pass anyway. The touchy stood his ground there on the sideline there. Young Cam Smith, and definitely did look like it did go a bit forward there to Isaac Upton, but obviously good cover defence anyway and good practice from Cessnock.
I know how you feel now. It's very hard to hear once the crowd gets very vocal here.
Yeah, these Cessnock crowd seems like haven't been out for about 4 weeks. They're rowdy, that's for sure.
A good defence here from Maitland, driving back. We're in the final 10 minutes here at Maitland Sports Ground. This elimination final between rivals Cessnock and Maitland. As Halad with a good run there. Out of dummy half goes Carter. Charles now. Ball's come loose out the back. Says the referee, play on. Paul Carter. 5 short of halfway. Andrews taken down low from forward. The crowd settles down again. Go out left again through Kirkwood. Linking up with Hugo. Good defence there from Cronin. Might have taken out his halfback there as well, Peter Cronin. Down the short side goes Carter. It's an interesting kick. He's come back in field and Howard's there to clean it up. 14-10. Maitland searching for another. Upton, so go through the hands here. Oh. Briggs lined him up there. Luckily Price ducked under that shot. Here's Upton from dummy half. Ranger in a dummy half. Anderson bumps away from one. But Tedovano comes again. Now he's lost the ball. So just when you think that one team's getting on top, they just invite the other back in with a little error.
Yeah, he won't be happy with himself there, Sam Anderson, that's for sure. And he has played 72 minutes in the middle, but player if he's standing, he'll be filled with himself. It gives Cessnock a real chance to try and not only score a try, but bury the ball down their end for the final 8 minutes.
So the scrum packs. And, just the guys locking their legs in there. And back on the way with Charles. Allwood wraps him up with the help of Anderson. Reed Hugo steps inside and clipped down by Mitchell Allwood. Matthew Allwood, I should say. There's Brendan Halad now with another good run. O'Brien in at dummy half. He sees a half an opening. But Granger and Burgess close the door. 22 out from the biggest try line. Numbers both sides. They come out to this right-hand side. Briggs decides to run. Inside ball to Williams. Fraser Price is there to wrap him up. Last one now for the go-inners. Come down this short corridor again. Briggs puts it on the toe. Woodbury's there. Just beats everybody over the dead ball line, and Morris will come running out to the 20. Goes for the restart. We're back on the way. Good driving defence here from the Goannas. Oh, it's Hallwood. Shaped the pass to Allwood, but just took the tackle. Delapena. In fact, that's Allwood. I knew I'd get them mixed up today.
It's a matter of time.
Granger.
40-20 here, Granger.
It's a good kick here from Granger. O'Brien's there, and he does it again. But this time he's got no support. He has to go back to his own end goal to clean it up. He just gets out. Seaton was on the line there. Out of dummy half goes Reed. Seaton Reed. Take it on 10. It's Corey Barber. Nick Lawrence is back out there. He's been out there for a few minutes. After being replaced, he's come back out the field. Good tackle down low from Anderson. Lawrence now out of dummy half. Still going. Quick there by Hallwood. Last one now for the Goannas. Briggs. One's come off the side of the boots. He's just going to bounce and beat Upton into touch. So 5.5 minutes remaining. Who's the game breaker?
If Maitland are going to win the game, so I said it before, it's got to be Greg Morris. I was here watching him play Lakes last week, and Maitland were down quite comfortably. He really did ignite his team and broke through him, and Cessnock have done a good job of keeping him quiet so far, but that's going to be Maitland's game. And as for Cessnock, well, at the moment, Harry O'Brien's doing everything perfect, isn't he? He's just got that hand, that touch of gold, I guess you could call it. Everything he does is just going his way, but...
So time off.
Looks like the fullbacks could be both match winners here, and Cessnock, well, they actually need to keep grinding this one out.
So just over 5 minutes remaining on the official clock. Howard brought down by Kirkwood. Brenton Hallwood in at dummy half. Hugo's got him. Helped out by Halad, also Andrews. In the final 5 minutes now here at Maitland Sports Ground. It's Callan Burgess now. Now, referee's just called time off. Not sure what that was about, but we're back underway now. Peter Cronin carries Maitland inside the Goannas half. Come out this left-hand side. Anderson out the back to Fraser. Fraser does a dummy. Cooper Tenavano's there to wrap him up. Last one now for the Pickers. Goes back to Perrin. He puts this high. O'Brien's underneath it. Morris is coming through. O'Brien takes it well. Morris has done well. Now he's tried to drag him back into the in goal. Have to be careful there. Woodbury in the dummy half. The Pickers are awake. So Woodbury will play this about 5 out from his own line. Charles now, the defence is there again. 3 tackles inside their 10 here. The Goannas. Brendan Halad now. Comes into Hallwood. He'll take his time with the play the ball. Reed Hugo. Good little charge there. Delivering the best run of the set. Last tackle now. And he'll play it 35 out from his own line. Now Briggs, big kick here. Charged now by Anderson. Granger's coming through. He just needs to bounce his toe it on. It's been spilt by Charles. And Scotty Briggs is back there to clean it up.
That's a big call there. I thought that Granger was pushed away from the ball. And now it looks like Cessnock are going to go penalty. Now he's come in. Touch judge in from the far side. We're going to see a Maitland penalty here, I believe, and possibly either a penalty try or 10 in the bin for Cessnock.
Well, big call. Season on the line for both sides.
That's the right call. I'm going with it.
3 minutes and 1 second on the clock.
Hayden Granger was definitely pushed off the ball with the line right in front of him, so it'll be interesting what they come up with here.
Now just looking at the coaches, very animated on the sideline. Big call here from the referee.
I don't think he'll give a penalty try based on the fact the ball was spinning away. But I think it will be a professional foul and a penalty to Maitland.
Reed Hugo, the man. Looks like he's going to call out. He's going to call out Scott Briggs as well.
I don't know if it'll be in the pink next year, the way I'm calling this one, but.
What a moment here in this elimination final. Hand on the band. That's the end of Scott Briggs' afternoon. So we're going back to the spot here. Now, has he reversed the penalty?
Yeah, it'll be a penalty to Maitland. That's set for the push off, and then, yeah.
So the go-inners down to 12 for this last 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 1 second remaining on the clock. See Paul Carter trying to get back on the field. Scott Briggs taking his time. I mean, this really annoys me as a supporter. All he has to do is walk off the field. He's just taking his time.
Yeah, giving his team a rest, and I've been there, done that, but I don't agree with it. But you do what you got to do in this circumstance.
So we're back underway. Perrin now with the ball, linking up with Morris. There's a chance here. The door shuts. Gregory Morris will play it. 2 out from the line. Tyler Perrin again. Gives it to Burgess. Burgess put on his back. 10 out for the try line. Just to the right of the uprights. Granger in at dummy half. Peter Cronin. Cronin spins with the tackle. He's over the try line. Has he got the ball down? Held up.
Got Maitland fans on the left on their feet. Cessnock fans jump up afterwards. It's all happening here all of a sudden.
Bigger supporters willing it. Burgess does the dummy. Just takes the tackle. I think that's 3 tackles gone by my count. Granger goes to the short side. Carter spins. He's over the line. And again, he's held up.
Again.
Whew. So Carter will come out to the 10. Now they're spread deep to the right. Just seen off screen. Gregory Morris is calling for it to go hard. They get down the short side for Granger. Woodbury sticks the mid out. And it's gone into touch.
So Woodbury again.
Another set of 6 coming up.
Another try save from Woodbury. That's the second time he's got his hand in there and looked for that intercept and saved his team from a certain 4-pointer.
So he's done it plenty of times before, Joe Woodbury, over the years. Referee calls time off. 1:52 remaining on the clock. Cessnock just hanging on, 14-10.
Thing is, if Maitland can somehow force this game in extra time, Scott Briggs will have 7 minutes in this in-bin in extra time. So he's just sent off at about the 3-minute mark.
So Corey Barber has just been taken out of the scrum. Let's have a little bit of blood there. Magic water washes that away. How would you like to be a Cessnock going to supporter? Last week they were riding on every play of that Curry Central game just to get into the top 5, and now they're hanging on here at Maitland Sports Ground. Fraser Price feeds the ball, goes to Perrin, and Holwood spells it. Hugo picks it up, and the going supporters go up.
How good is finals football?
A lad now with a run. So they've just got to hang on here. The final minute 30. And the referee calls time off again.
He has had 3 retirements. He's allowed to cramp up a little bit.
Charles now runs straight into Allwood and Horwood. This will be another slow play of the ball. Eventually he plays it. He go down this blind side. Reed Hugo.
They'll look to find the sideline off the back of this set here and make Maitland work probably about 80 or 90 metres if they complete the set.
So we're in the final minute. Wasn't sure what he had to do there, Reed Hugo. Just, do I play it? Of course you bloody do.
Very simple thing, forgetting how to play the ball. I think we've all been there in that last minute.
Here he goes again, Hugo.
See if he remembers this time.
Last tackle now. Final minute. The slowest set of 6 of the match. Carter will just boot this towards the sideline. It's not going to find the touchline. That's terrible stuff there. They go through the hands. Upton's with it now. In the front of his own post. And he's wrapped up by Cooper Tedavano.
20 seconds,
Carter.
90 metres here, Maitland.
Can they do it here, the Pickers? Carter. Cut out pass, almost intercepted again. It doesn't matter. It's gone into touch and the Goaners could celebrate. They're into the next round.
Can they get time off with 5 seconds remaining, Maitland? They do.
The Goaners will be back next week.
There's 2 seconds remaining with time off.
Well, maybe it's not over yet. Have us back too soon. The scrum will pack.
The kind of things you practice at training the back end of the season. You got 2 seconds remaining.
So you push in the scrum, don't you? Just a bit of time.
It's the Maitland feed, so if we ever get a ball on the field. Is it Maitland feed? Yeah, Maitland feed, yeah.
Yeah, Maitland feed. I think the supporters have ran off with the ball. They've found one.
It's a fresh ball. It's worth a bit of money.
The way things are going.
Isaac Upton out to the right. He's definitely speed, and Cessnock with no one at the back as Woodbury drops
go.
back now.
A little tip over the top. The numbers are back there. Just needs to bounce, but he's got it. Seaton Reed's got the ball. He's still going. He just has to take the tackle, and he does. And the Goaners are through to the next round. They've defeated Maitland 14-10. What a game.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say Cessnock deserve the winners of that game. They really did dominate that first half, and Maitland with a good 10 minutes there of dominance, but Cessnock's just too good on the day, and they wanted it more, and teams were certainly worried about Cessnock. We know they've already beat West once this year, and obviously knocked off South last year, and looks like they'll be playing South or Central next week, and yeah, can they go all the way?
Well, it's been a very entertaining afternoon of Newcastle Rugby League. The Cessnock Goaners have defeated the Maitland Pickers 14-10. The Goaners survive another week where it's all over for the Pickers. And that's all the time we've got for here on Bar TV Sports. We'll be back here tomorrow for the South Central game. And you can catch all the action live here. But now it's Paul Aradell and Adam Martin signing off here from Maitland Sports Ground, where the Goaners are successful 14-10 over the Pickers. We'll catch you tomorrow.
Well,